Welcome to the Parenting Roundabout podcast. I'm Terry Morrow.
And I'm Catherine Haleko.
As parents and parenting writers, we can't help but see everything through a parenting lens. But as our kids have become adults, we find ourselves more interested in getting caught up on movies and streaming than on going over the same parenting topics over and over.
So since we're pretty sure we can find parenting wisdom anywhere, we're going to talk about what we're watching, what we thought about it, and maybe what we can learn from it, if only what not to do. Watch and listen along, and let's all make like we're doing something important for our families. Each Wednesday, we bring you our thoughts on a newer entertainment property, and for this week of September 9th, we're discussing Season 4, Episode 3 of Only Murders in the Building. It was called Two for the Road, and so we had the three actors on site, so everybody was paired off with their actor who's portraying them. And did you notice the pants that Eva Longoria was wearing?
Were they sort of checkered?
Yes, but they had like zippers right under her butt cheeks and they were open. Like, that's not something Mabel
No.
would ever wear.
Well, clearly she doesn't really care about what Mabel would ever wear, or Mabel.
Yes. Right.
But at some point in this episode, Uma showed up. Uma,
Yes,
whose
she
name we were trying
did.
to recommend last week. She said something like, "Whatever you're doing, I hate it." And it's like,
Right.
yes, high five through the screen, Uma, even though you would never high five. Speaking for me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. This Hollywood stuff is just so in love with itself that I can't stand it.
Yeah.
It's just so cute. We're going to parody ourselves. Hee hee hee.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm glad they're having a good time. I'm not, but they are. It's real clear. I mean, Eugene Levy is coming off about the best, I think. But, you know, God bless if you want to do the self-parody. Okay. But do I have to watch? Maybe it's every other episode is not going to involve the actors.
Right.
And those I can enjoy. And those
So next week will be a better week for you.
Golly. Where is Jan when we need her? Can you dispatch some of these people, miss? If I was Eugene Levy, though, I'd be a little worried that the last person who was copying Charles got shot.
That's true. Yes.
Maybe he wants to, you know, dress extremely differently and color his hair or do something to make it clear he's not that guy.
Right.
At least until they're on a set. But if the sniper wants to take out Longoria or Galifianakis, go for it. You have my blessings.
Right.
Oh, gosh.
We were right about Mabel taking possession of the apartment.
Yeah, squatters' rights. You go,
Squatters'
girl.
rights. But she also was like, she has a twofold approach, right?
Yes.
Because she's trying to lure the person back that was living there or is living there.
But is it safe for her to be staying there all by herself?
Right. This is the
seems like a
parenting
bad idea.
angle of this episode.
Yes.
Like she needs
No.
Right. Do not squat.
Yeah. Even just the squatting, no. But the being alone in a place where there's a high likelihood a murderer will come back and wish to dispatch you. No. Not even if Eva Longoria stays.
Because she's not going to be of any use. That is for sure.
Nor will she be caught dead in that apartment. So, well, dead, maybe so, but
dead operative term. Yes.
Yeah, that just seems unreasonably risky. Would the guys let her do that? I don't know. I guess they can see her through their window. If this is going to make any difference whatsoever.
I don't know. Well,
also,
Charles
she's
can.
going to clean that place up a little bit, isn't she?
Ugh.
Kind of disgusting.
It does look quite disgusting. Maybe she thinks that the pig is going to serve as a guard animal of some kind.
Yeah,
the pig
work.
seems to be living with her again. But skipping around to the end of this episode.
Yes.
What they do is they determined that they should listen to the ham radio.
Yes.
They have a frequency, they have a time.
Uh-huh.
So instead of just turning it on and listening to see what is said,
Uh-huh.
they talk to this person. Like, you just, I don't know, right? Like,
yeah.
Why are you giving yourself away to say who you are? That didn't make sense to me.
Yes. One of many very bad ideas in this episode.
Right.
Also, real Lost vibes there. Somebody with an accent talking through the radio.
Right.
And Perfect Strangers. Yay. I remember the Perfect Strangers theme song, but there was a whole thing, I think, in The Leftovers involving very randomly Perfect Strangers.
Really?
It's like, isn't there another kind of quirky sitcom from that time that you could pick up instead?
Right.
Is it just going to be Perfect Strangers is going to be the cool thing to reference in your entertainment product? I don't know. It seemed odd to me.
Yeah.
But it was the whole thing. There was a lot of talk about things being awkward in this episode, and I'm like, yep, it sure is.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit like our, like, we enjoyed the after party a lot.
Yeah.
But it was always like, well, this week we're focusing on this person, so we know that they're not the killer because it's too early.
Right.
So we have to, like, set them up and knock them down every week. And
yeah. Although... See, I really need to go back and watch the first season of Only Murders in the Building because I seem to remember it as not necessarily being quite that way. And that Jan was sort of maybe a little suspicious and then fine and then the killer and then the killer. So I thought it was a little twistier. Yeah. Maybe this will wind up being twisty, but so far it's just, I'm so sorry to say, annoying. Parenting wise, though, I did enjoy the little pep talk thing Howard tried to give about Oliver. And it's like, I have been in the middle of that speech before and then thought, oh, this isn't so good. Like, well, honey, yeah, you didn't get it, but you tried. You know what? They knock you down and you try again and you never really succeed, but you keep trying. And then you suddenly realize, I'm saying my kid's a loser. I probably should stop. Parents, think it through before you give the pep talk. Find something positive other than, yeah, you're always a loser, but we still love you. Like, well, yeah, you'll never be the star, honey, but that they need participants. And look at you up there participating. This is not helpful. This is not making the kid feel good. This is like, well, my mom thinks even my mom thinks I'm not a star. Right. Oh, gosh. But that was hilarious in context. But
yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a little more self-awareness with that than Howard, that at some point you probably should stop talking.
Right. Your pep talk game needs work.
Yes. There's got to be something. And also the whole thing with the Christmas guy. Who is not really so much into Christmas, but just had some success with Christmas and then was stuck with it.
Yes.
I think we've all had that with our kids. You know, you do something and the kid loves it, so you do it again, and then you have to do it 5 million times.
Right.
And, think about it first. Think it through. It's that second time. You need to say, that was fun. Let's do something else now. But once you get into a pattern, you have to do it every Christmas or every summer or every vacation. You have to do it. And then you just cannot ever escape.
Right.
You
because
you have names written on your stomach.
Their memory.
Yeah.
They may not be able to remember, the times tables, but they will remember the one time you said something, you made some promise or you did something one way and, but last time you did it this way.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
it for life. Yep.
You are doomed to wear Christmas sweaters, all year
round.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh man. So many unfortunate ideas in this thing.
I do like Camille Nanjiani though.
I do too. I was glad he turned out to apparently not be murderous. We never really know, but apparently not.
Right.
and a nice neighbor. But apparently not a fan of tinsel. Should we be
what is
the knowledge that tinsel burns?
Yes. And also, what could that other thing be then, if not tinsel?
Yes. What could it be?
It looked also to me like, some people cover their windows with
that's
filmy,
kind of
foily stuff.
Uh-huh.
So maybe it's that.
Yeah, maybe so.
Mm-hmm.
What is the thing with the pig? The pig with the person on the radio was calling out the pig's name or something. I couldn't quite get what was going on there.
It did seem like that, yes, but I couldn't quite catch
Mommy
it
loves
either.
you or something like that.
Right.
But I couldn't quite understand what was happening there. Yes. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's like that ham radio, and then the thing with
the ham radio, yuck, yuck, yuck.
And the thing with the code for the door to that apartment.
Yeah.
Also spelling, oh, hell. Like.
Right.
What? Huh? It's just, I guess red herring is the term.
So many clues. You want to just be like Eva Longoria going, this is it. My Mabel is decisive.
Right.
But not the way it works. We got 10 weeks to fill, lady.
I know. We
Cool
got
your jets.
a lot more time. Yep.
Oh, my. But I think that we have a recurring joke going with the names of the pig, because I think Howard went through 3 or 4. And then there were some other suggestions coming in. So every week it's going to be a different one, or 2 or 5 or 10, which is I approve of that.
Well, that's yes. Fun. And maybe that will have something. It will be a clue as well.
Well, we can only hope so. That would be fun. The sort of fun that we've had on this show before. I mean, is it just me, or do you find the Hollywood stars making fun of themselves aspect of this to just be tiresome in the extreme?
Yeah, it's been done. That's for sure. Yeah.
It sure has.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're giving it their all, but I want it. Take it back. Go back to Hollywood. Let us have a mystery show here. Come on.
Yeah.
You got pigs to deal with and serial killers in the passageways and the feds taking over and all sorts of problems.
Yeah.
At some point, clearly they have to go back to Los Angeles, but
right. I'm sure there's another round trip in our future.
Yeah. If it's every other episode, I probably can handle it. If it's like, if we get a good, fun, New York-based, building-based mystery week, and then, Hollywood, celebrities.
Right.
At least they could do is throw Meryl Streep into the deal. Come on. She couldn't have come out with them?
I know. Well, she's busy on her show. Oh, but we can congratulate Pasek and Paul, who wrote the Pickwick Triplets song for getting an Emmy.
And actually, not just that, but all the songs. There were a number of songs from it. Was it Into the Light or something? And
that was a pretty song.
Yeah, and there were I think 3 songs that were performed.
Let me see.
Creatures of the Night was another one. So I think it was just for music for the show. I don't think it was a particular
outstanding original music and lyrics. It says for their season 3 earworm, which of the Pickwick Triplets?
Oh, okay. All right. Maybe it's just that one. For that one, it's totally deserving.
Yes.
But I thought maybe it included the other ones as well.
Yeah.
So, which also were quite well done and perfect for the particular need.
Yes. Yes. And just very much fun to watch and rewatch.
Yes.
And
Pickwick
watch again.
Triplets just remains delightful, and Steve Martin's performance thereof. Though it benefits from having watched it in the show and seen him screw it up so many times.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
But still, what will be the fun little showpiece we watch over and over again this time?
Right.
So far, I ain't seen it.
Right.
Somebody will put together a little compendium of all the pig names, but
yes. Sorry, just to close the loop on this, they did win for the song specifically. Girls 5 ABBA was also nominated for the song "The Medium Time," And then a Saturday Night Live song and a couple other things that we didn't watch or don't care about. But yeah, which of the Pickwick triplets did it is one for the ages. So
absolutely. A real achievement.
Yes. And now Pasek and Paul have an EGOT.
That's
in case you care about that.
I noticed that. Good for them. They are very young.
Yes, that is true.
So, what else do we have to say about this delightful episode? So long. Enjoy your flight back to Hollywood.
Yes.
Just trying to think how, I mean, not to whine, but how unlikely it is. Again, I say, has a podcast ever been made into a movie?
Yes.
Yes, they have?
Yeah.
A documentary, maybe.
Yeah. Well, there's
a movie in which the podcasters are characters who act as themselves.
Yeah, that's less so, right? It's more like whatever story the podcast was telling gets turned into a piece of fiction or some other.
Okay, so it has happened. I don't know. It just seems, this whole thing seems so unlikely. But, you know, how popular is their podcast?
We are still waiting for our phone call.
We are, yes. We have a decade or more of backstory. You could just comb through it. I'm sure you'd find something interesting.
You'd find something you wanted.
Put some intern on that.
They'll just have to walk around for like a month with AirPods in, just nothing but our podcast going into their ears.
That's right.
They will tear their hair out by the end of it.
Yes. But, you know, it's worth it for art, you know, and stuff.
Right. Next week, we'll discuss the next episode of Only Murders in the Building, Season 4, The Stunt Man. We'll see you back here tomorrow for our weekly Roundabout Roundup.
Thank you for listening. You can find all our episodes on Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can find recaps, links, and an opportunity to comment on our website at parentingroundabout.com.
You can also talk to us on our Facebook page, on Instagram, or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat. And please visit our Amazon shop at amazon.com/shop/mamatude, where you can find links to a lot of the things we've talked about over the years.